This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFilm London. We're at Sims's gym here in Hainault. With me, I have the IBF middleweight champion of the world, stud, comedian,
Well, you said it.
model, Chelsea fan, father. We missed anything else out?
Chip connoisseur.
Chip connoisseur, just an all-round good guy.
Try my best. Try my best.
You're too nice sometimes, aren't you?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but off air,
Darren Barker,
off
by the
air,
way.
I'm a horrible bastard. Miserable git. I'll turn it on, don't I?
Turn it on for the cameras for iFilm London. Not long you've had actually this belt. You won the title. Can I just let me just hold it?
Go on, mate.
Let me just have it.
Suits you. Red's your colour.
Red is my colour. I could have been IBF champion if I'd trained and become a boxer and been better than everyone else. You've not had this long actually, have you? A couple of weeks.
Eddie picked it up. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, and it ain't left my side. I'm not joking. It has been at home, funny enough. My dad has everything I've ever won. My dad's got it, but the missus said no, that one's down at home. So what she says goes.
In that bit on ringside before you fight, weren't you trying to mug her off, like say, we'll just give her the belt that actually looks like this and let her have that one?
She studied the Intercontinental belt. She knows now. She's clocked it. So I tried it actually. Me and my dad did try it, but no chance.
Where does it stay then? In the house? Is it
Funny
in the...
enough, it's in its box in the spare room. So it might as well be at my dad's. But I've had to go to a few places and get it out. So.
And Eddie actually went over to New Jersey, didn't he, to pick it
Well,
up?
there was an appeal, wasn't there? Gill's team made an appeal, which obviously got laughed off. But whilst he was there, he picked it up, which was handy.
But this is not people know about this appeal, do they? Because it wasn't really, it was public. People know about it, but what was actually their discretion?
Just the scoring, I think. I think there was clutching at straws a little bit. It was close, and obviously, I think they're thinking if I don't beat Sturm in the next one, then the rematch clause that we had in the contract obviously won't happen. So I got Waldy there, taking the piss. Yeah, so probably won't happen. So probably thinking, look, we'll give it a go and see how we get on. And obviously, they start two things up and pretty much. So no, rubbish.
Is what it is. Moving forward now, so obviously the hysteria, and you've probably calmed down a bit, stopped crying, etc., etc. I think your promoter stopped crying now as well.
He had something in his eye, so did I.
Yeah, it's an emotional time. Listen, if you're going to cry when one of you, he's probably, I think you are his fourth favourite fighter.
Fourth now?
I think after...
I've gone up then?
Yeah, I think it's Froch, then Brook, then Burns, then you.
Alright, okay.
And as bad as Burns, number third, isn't it? Because like you was his first fighter.
I know.
I think he actually puts you as third, to be honest. Maybe second. You're definitely not first anyway.
Nah. And Cole deserves that. But, I'm happy. I'm happy with fourth or fifth, wherever you put
Second,
me.
no, I think you're second.
Second?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have second.
Because you've been with him the longest.
Yeah. You got a soft spot.
Yeah, but Froch is his bum boy,
He's a
isn't it?
superstar, isn't he? He's a superstar.
Listen, Froch is Froch, isn't it? But moving forward, what's the deal now? Because December you're going to be fighting again.
Yeah.
It's going to be Sturm.
Yeah.
Where it is, we don't know. So you're in a bit of a predicament, aren't you? About
I'm not. I'm in a good situation, to be honest.
a predicament, a good predicament, shall we say?
It is. It is a good position to be in. It's a bit different than a year ago when you're trying your hardest to get a world title shot. Now I'm the world champion. Everyone wants a piece of me, but money's different. Everything, it's brilliant now. It's great having that belt. It makes a big difference. But yeah, whether it's London or Germany, I'm very confident of beating Sturm. So that makes no difference to me. I like the recognition and the credit Cole gets for fighting abroad, going in people's backyards, and I'm willing to do the same. I know what I'd be up against. Sturm's a good fighter, and obviously the judges are a bit... Well, I wouldn't say that there's been dodgy decisions in the past, but I've got faith in the IBF officials, and I'm sure I'll get a fair crack at the whip. So look forward to it. Yeah, Kevin Mitchell there, just come in.
He just got his thing out. Nice, Kev. Very nice. Very pale as well.
Palace.
And the arse as well. Am I right in thinking that if you go over there, financially, you would be better off?
Yeah, I would be. You can't do anything. I've got Waldy there taking a piss. I've got Mitchell getting his old boy out.
You can't put an eye from London.
Nah.
If it was a woman, we would, but we can't put naked men.
Bugger, but you can't show old boy.
Right, Parker. So you would be financially better off by fighting in Germany.
Yeah, of course. So he's backed heavily out in Germany. But it's like I say, that's when I said to you, I'm in a great position. It's a win-win. You know, I go out there, I get paid well, or I fight in London. It's a nice homecoming, and it's always been a dream of mine to defend a world title at one of our great venues here in London. So, yeah, it all should be revealed soon, so I know where I stand.
Who's that?
Photographer.
Oh, is it photographer? You can wait. It's Andy.
Belt,
shiny belt.
KUGAN with a belt, yeah.
I know. So I think it does actually suit me. It's a pretty belt, isn't it?
It is nice.
Out of the other ones, it is a pretty one. Is your name etched on it somewhere?
Hey?
Is your name etched on it somewhere?
No, not yet.
Should we write it in marker pen?
Yeah, go on, right on the front.
If I had a pen that I'd wash off, I would just write it in front of Eddie, and just because he paid for it, didn't he?
That would be fun, yeah.
Did he bill you for it?
I don't know. No, I think it was a gift.
Took it out your next purse watch.
Well, he's number 2, and so he's brought me a belt.
Definitely. I was talking to Matthew Macklin the other day in Manchester. Obviously, had to go for an hard fight with Mr. Golovkin. Yeah. But, I mean, I know what you're saying now, because you are world champion now. The fight with anyone appeals to them now because you've got the belt. But is that a fight that interests you before you retire?
I think that it is because it's been spoke about and it's supposed to have happened 2-3 times. You know, so it's one I want to put to bed, but he's quite far off a crack at it. I think. I mean, he can't just get the crack. And this is not me giving it the big one because I've got the world title and everything now. I think he'll be honest enough in saying that he's got a little bit of rebuilding doing. He can't just get the fight because of our rivalry and whatnot. I think he's a couple of good wins off fighting me. But there is the Murray fight. Murray was extremely unlucky against Martinez, and he's not far off a shot. I think he's going to Australia, is he?
Yeah, to fight Garth Wood.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, once I get the fights I've got to get out of the way. I've got obligations. I have to fight these. I've got a mandatory, then a possible rematch with Gill. But once they're out of the way, that's what a massive fight either Murray or Macklin is. So they're fights I'm definitely interested in, and they're fights that not only get the British boxing public buzzing, but get the general sports fans excited, and that's what I want to do. Keep trying to raise the profile of the sport in this country.
Would you say the Murray's fight's more realistic than the Macklin fight?
Yeah, I'd say so. He goes to Australia, he wins, and he's right in line. Then I'd think. Obviously, it's more me. I need to get my fights out of the way first. I've got potentially 2 tough fights, so I've got to concentrate on them before I can look ahead at a Murray-Macklin fight.
What about this man touted as the most feared boxer in the world at the moment, Triple G? Is that a unification with him, something that would appeal to you?
I think I proved that when I fought Martinez. I mean, he had the same sort of aura about him. When I fought him, everyone was petrified and no one wanted to know. I put up a good effort, but I come unstuck. But I think that proves that I'm not afraid to get in it. I've been boxing nearly 20 years, you know what I mean? That's one thing I know I'm half decent at, and I can look after myself in a ring to some extent. I know he's a feared man, but I would happily fight him. I would, and I mean that hand on heart. But I'm hoping he does move up to light heavy or something.
No, listen. I know. Listen, it's ridiculous for me to say you wouldn't get in the ring because you would if the fight was offered to you, the money was right, the circumstances were right. You'd fight him. Yes. Is there any part of you that thinks, "Fucking hell"?
Yeah. But if I'm honest, I think that with everyone, it's such a fine line in boxing between being good and bad, if you like, or being good and great. They've got 2 arms, 2 legs. But when I look at all my future opponents, you think to yourself, they're all good in their own ways. So I'm always a little bit, I'd say nervous. You always get the butterflies before you fight. But with him, he's obvious how hard he hits would send a chill down your spine. But like you said, and I said, I would definitely fight him. They wouldn't put me off fighting him.
Peter Quillin, something else. The other champion.
Do you know what? If I were being a fan of boxing as well, I'd love to see them two fight. Two massive punchers, you know. And the thing with them, they do get caught a little bit as well. So I'd be interested in the governor just walked in
On the phone.
on the blower again. Yeah, it'd be interesting watching them two. But in saying that, I was excited about watching Macklin Golovkin, and look how he dismantled Macklin. You know, he's known as a big puncher. So.
Fuck
Good
yeah.
timing.
God.
Oh, mate. Yeah, he's nicked it already.
We're nearly finished, Ed.
Right.
A couple of minutes. He knew exactly what he was doing there.
Yeah. But you're getting knobbed out in a minute and all.
I don't know if they heard that. Just the last thing. That round against Gil, when he was on the floor.
Everyone asked me about it.
Well, I'm going to ask you about it. This is me asking you about it. Do you remember being, like, when you were down and what was actually making you get back up?
Matt, you've dropped £1. Sweet, didn't know. Yeah, I do remember it. Clearly, if I'm honest with you, it was as if I was down for 10 minutes. I'm deadly honest. The amount of things that were flashing through, you know, the thoughts I was having, you know, it was mad. It was a weird 9 seconds, if you like. But I don't know how I got up. I don't know who got me up, but I'm glad whatever did managed to do it because, you know, it ended up being quite a good round, an exciting round.
Okay. Everyone's trying to put herself over there. Kevin Mitchell's doing dancing and stuff like that, so we need to crack on. What's that?
No, it's flashing.
Don't worry about it. Right, well, Darren, listen, thank you very much for talking to iFilm London.
Pleasure.
I know what it really was that made you get out. You knew you had to speak to me on the phone the next day, and you thought, you can't go on the phone to me not IBF middleweight champion of the world.
Yeah, I didn't need you coating me off, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So. All right, Darren, thank you very much for talking to us. I will look after this for the next few days. All right.
Look after it. Clean it for me.
I will. You only put it in your fucking spare room anyway. This is KUGAN CASSIUS with the IBF middleweight champion of the world, Darren Barker, Dazzling Darren Barker. Follow him on Twitter at Darren Barker82. He doesn't buy followers. I know he doesn't. I've had this checked out.
We have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.